YieldMax Group B will be announcing their distributions this week. That means NVDY and PLTY will be paying us again. Hello, my friends. This is Legend. Group B for YieldMax will be announcing their dividends tomorrow, and we will find out what's going to be paid out to us in the morning. So they will announce NVDY, DIPS, FBY, GDXY, BABO, JPMO, MARNI, PLTY, and MARO. We'll find out what they're paying out tomorrow, and they will go X on Thursday and pay out on Friday. I wanted to look at NVDY and PLTY. So let's check out NVDY and PLTY. So here we are on the YieldMax website, and I'm just doing a split screen for NVDY and PLTY. Those are the two I wanted to talk about today. So NVDY, of course, is using the underline of NVIDIA. NVDY has a distribution rate as of now of 61.4%. They had their distributions. The last one was 89 cents. The one before $1.18, the one before that $1.02 and $1.09 and $1.35. So last week was one of the lower ones, and we'll see if we can bump that up. Now NVIDIA, I know itself, had a massive drop yesterday, and it all had to do, I think, with the DeepSeek announcement. So that added a little fear to the market as far as in the NVIDIA chips, because you had DeepSeek stating that you didn't need those expensive chips, that you can do something similar with the cheaper chips versus what NVIDIA is making. So that added a little fear in the market, and that caused the market or the stock itself to take a massive drop. Now it has come up a bit since, so hopefully that did not affect our premiums for our distributions this week, but we shall find out. Okay, we have a net assets on NVIDIA of $1.28 billion and 0.99% expense ratio. And of course, we all know that they carry NVIDIA as the underline. On PLTY, they have a 71.29% distribution rate. Very nice. Their last few distributions, the last one was $3.58. The one before was $3.34. And the one before that, $2.20. So these have been paying out quite nice and actually increasing if you've noticed. It has a net assets of $91.62 million and an expense ratio of 0.99%. And of course, it uses the underline of Palantir, PLTR. And you can check out the all holdings if you would like. You would just download it from these buttons here. You can do it for NVIDIA, or you can do it for PLTY, or you can do it for any of the ones that are in the YieldMax realm. So let's actually go over to the Webull chart, and we'll check out these two and see how well they've done, and see what kind of prices they're actually showing today. Okay, so here we are on the Webull chart, and this is that big drop that I was telling you about. It went from that $20-some range and fell all the way down to like the $19 range. So it was, $23 down to about $19. A huge drop for NVIDIA. But also, if you look at the other markets, and the other stocks or ETFs, they also dropped as well. They had a big red day on that day right there. A lot of the stocks, including the S&P 500 and so forth, did a massive drop that day. Now, as you can see, NVIDIA has recovered a good bit already. So it did drop down to as low as $18.92, but it closed at $19.19 yesterday. And then today it did open at $19.72. It had a low of $18.90, and it closed at $20.68. So it is trying to recover a little bit there. So that's a good sign. But just that massive drop on that stock, including a lot of the other stocks, just got to take time to recover on that. Here we are on PLTY, and as you can see on PLTY here, it had a close on this red candle here of about $68.37, and this is that drop that same day as everything else dropped. That one came in and opened at $65.08, and it ended up closing at $65.47. And today we had a nice massive green candle. So I love to see that. That did take us back up above that 5-day moving average here. But that did end up coming in and opening at $65.96, and it went as high as $69.32 and then dropped down just slightly and closed at $69 even. And as you can see after hours, it's $70.74. There's a lot of movement usually after hours. So when it opens tomorrow, it'll probably open around that same 69-ish. But it did have a massive green candle today. So I love to see that, especially when we have our distributions going to be coming in this week. Did anybody buy on the drop the other day? I know on PLTY here, looks like it went down, but the RSI2 did not get down below that 10. But on NVDY, wow, that one really dropped, and it did drop down below that 10 on the RSI2. That would be a good buy to get some more NVDY, but it did pop back up today, and that's a good sign. Did anybody buy any stocks on that big drop? I know I bought a few things. I did buy a little bit of MSTY, right along with some NVIDIA. Did not buy any NVDY. I was actually buying some of the NVIDIA stock because it had dropped so much. And just to kind of get a glance here, this is the NVIDIA stock. You can see here's that same candle, and there's that same drop, right? That's that same day where everything dropped. But that's just a massive drop. So I did buy a little bit of NVIDIA in hopes that that would be somewhat close to the bottom-ish, and then we can get this thing starting moving back up and make some pretty decent money. So anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up right there. I appreciate everybody for listening and watching my videos. If you don't mind, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share this video. It'd be much appreciated. And as always, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before you get into any stock plays. And until next time, legend out.